Welcome to my channel, Shine Star Collections, and today is a very late haul slash Neokyo haul. I have my Neokyo haul here. I have some things I bought from Mercari, the cards that I have from the ATEEZ, and I also have the Pocas that I got from the Xikers pop-up. So I'm way behind. This should have been up days ago, but I have been through some stuff, guys. And so I thought instead of doing the beat and banter where I would go over some things regarding K-pop, I'm gonna do it here because I don't see myself beating at the moment. My event already passed. I might have an event that's not mine, and it's coming up at the end of December, and I probably won't have time to do any recording other than the year-end stuff. So we're gonna get it out the way today. I don't remember exactly everything I'm gonna cover, or I was gonna cover. I'm just gonna talk about the two most important things on my mind, and I'm gonna try to keep it as short as possible. But I don't know, because I want to sleeve and store. So I don't know. We're gonna, we'll work it out. But anyway, let's just start going through things. I'll leave the Neokyo stuff for last. I did go through everything and take off all of my my name and all that stuff off of everything. We'll start with this. So this was a Mercari purchase. These are, I don't even remember. They're like tickets or something. And I actually got this from Mercari US. So it's not like, from Mercari Japan or anything. But these are from Golden Hour Part 2. And I just love them. As much as I hate larger inclusions, I love these because Golden Hour Part 2 was my favorite era for Golden Hour. So I really love these. So yes, I have those. Those are most likely not going to get stored in this video because I don't know if I have the right pages for them. So we're going to just set them to the side. Okay. Let's open these. I've been sitting on these for like 2 weeks. I went to, because Blasted Hello 82 didn't have a pop-up here in Chicago, so I went to one of my local K-pop stores. If you live in Chicago, then you know about the K-pop and More, I think is what it's called. So shout out to K-pop and More. On the south side of Chicago, and they have a great selection, and they were doing a Make Star pop-up. So this was after Xikers released their album. It was like, I forgot exactly what day it was, but they were giving away postcards. So I got Yeosang. I also got some cards here. They're in here somewhere. I think they're in this plastic thing. So I got Yeosang. There we go. And they weren't doing because I thought they were going to do the full albums and stuff, but they actually weren't. They were doing the Pocas, which is fine. I mean, whatevs. I don't really collect any of the Poca things for Xikers in particular. I usually try to get a few of them for ATEEZ. In this past era, I did all of them for ATEEZ. So, but this is the first time I'm opening these. Like I said, I've been sitting on for like damn near 3 weeks because there's been a lot going on in my life, and I'll get to that too. But I won't spend too much time on it. Alright, so we'll open these. Sorry for the plastic. Okay. So yeah, so here's the Xikers Polka. This was a great album. I've really been enjoying this album, and I'm excited. I'm excited about Xikers, period. I'm really proud of them and really just happy with the output from them. Xikers is just it's more of my vibe than actually what ATEEZ is putting out, even though I adore it. I love In Your Fantasy. But just, you know, the upbeats, kind of like, you know, fusion of rock and hip hop a little bit that they're doing is just, I just love it. I just absolutely love it. And I loved this album. I'm particularly in love with S'il vous plaît. That is my favorite, but I do love the title track. Superpower. Jeez, it didn't come to me for a minute, and I just saw like a clip of them on Twitter. So, Superpower, yes, Superpower, and but I love this full little album. It is just, it's amazing. Let's see. So we got. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we got a little bitty photo book. Let's just go through it really quick. So cute. Now this is different because they don't do these with ATEEZ. ATEEZ is just a little thing with the cards in it and some stickers. So this one actually has a little book, and that is so freaking cute. If I was still doing binder covers, these would look great in the binder cover. They're the perfect size. Oh my god, this guy, he's been messing around with me. He's been trying to take Suman's place in the bias line, and I'm not appreciative. Suman's been doing a lot too, though. So right now they're neck and neck for bias, bias and Xikers right now. This guy, just saw an edit that somebody did, I guess, to Illit's song I'm Not Cute Anymore. And he's been doing way too much. I'm not appreciative by him either. And him too. Yeah, they all have. They've all been doing a lot. They've been showing how grown they are. And yeah, we love it. We love it. But just chill, guys. You're still babies. you're growing up, but you're still babies. All right. So here is the little thing, and the cards are in here. I wonder if they're turned over. Oh, okay, good. They are. Okay, let's just slip them both out. So there appears to be 3 cards. Yes, 3 cards. Okay. So we have, can't pick anything up. We have stickers. They're so cute. With all their names on it. And then the little bitty, whatever. Okay. Alright, so let's see what we got. If you remember my unboxing, you remember I did not pull down one single bias. So let's see. From the bias line. But I did manage to grab almost all their cards, and I'm just missing one. I bought them from Mercari, so I'll get to those because they're in the pile. Okay, so let's do this one. Jinchik. All of a sudden, Jinchik loves me. Okay, and Giant. Okay, this card is like, I don't know, it's weird. Is it stuck to another card? You see that? I don't know. Okay. And then, look look at that. Oh my god, Yachan and Seyun. Also part of the bias line, just the, you know, right under the top 3. And then the dupe, okay. And then Chin Chick. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. And then okay. Alright. Yeah. I just picked them from the pile or whatever little display that they had them. I wasn't trying to get anything in particular, but I'm glad I at least got Jonghyun in one of them. I'm not going to bother to get the rest of them. I mean, if I see them, then great, but I'm not going to make a big effort. But these are fine. Yay. Okay. So I'm glad I finally opened those. All right. Let me show you guys what I got. System here. Yes, okay. This is Neokyo Haul. This is all the things that I've gotten from Mercari. Oops. So, in trying to finish something for top 3 of ATEEZ, so that I could fill the spots there, I did manage to get Yeosang's Chew card, or dupe of the Chew card, so that I can put it in top 3. You know, the top 3 binder. And then this, I think this came yesterday. This is one of Sumin's cards. I think this is Hiker. It might be tricky. I'll put it in the edits for sure, but I want to say it's Hiker. I'm not sure. I'll just put a pile over here because I really don't have a lot of room. I have all of my little beaded jewelry here, so you might see a little bit of it. Let's see. And this is Sumin also. So there was a seller that had quite a bit of cards that I could buy and put in a bundle. So I have this Sumin, which is probably, I don't know, Tricky or Hiker. I know it's not the X1 version because I don't have it. So, yeah, that's one of those. And then, oh my god, look at. I love this card. And I have a Hunter too. So I collected top 3, which is Sumin, Hunter, and Jonghyun. And I'm gonna try to get the Hello 82. I guess that's the US exclusive, which is the, I think I have, well, I know I have, I'm looking at it. I have at least 4 out of 10, so I'm trying to get the other 6 that I need to complete at least 110 set. There's another one of Sumin's cards right there. And then here are the others. So here's Hunter. I should spread them out because I'm going to do the Neokyo Haul as well. So these were all, actually, I think in a couple of bundles, because I bought 2 bundles and I was able to grab almost all of my bias line. I have all of Jonghyun's cards, and the rest of Hunter's cards are on the way. Well, not on the way yet because I haven't bundled the Neokyo Haul, but I have another Neokyo Haul that's already complete because I didn't really, after I went through this one that I just got, I ordered a bunch of stuff, not a big bunch because, you know, they're not going to be big anymore because of the tariffs. So I ordered all the Utah stuff that I wanted to get, which one of them is from my friend. And then I bought another thing. It was Sunwaz cards. My friend has been looking for those, so I bought those for her. And then the rest is Utah and Hunter, the rest of Hunter's cards. But I have all of Junghyun and almost all of Sumin, so I'm almost done. But I am looking for, I didn't realize this was going to be such a problem, but I am looking for Sumin's, I believe it's the X1. I don't think it's the X2. I will show you what the equivalent is. This card here. So it's Sumin's equivalent, and I'll put a picture up there. That's the card I'm missing to complete top 3 for Xikers. So yeah, let me try to spread them out a little bit. I just totally forgot that. You're about to go through the Neokyo Haul, and you should just go on and try to spread them out. I think I'm gonna have to move that thing. Let's see. Okay, that gives me a little bit more room. I just don't want to take it off the desk because I feel like every time I take it off the desk, I forget to move it and I drop everything on it. So, let's go to the plastic box. This one has some ATEEZ in it, but it also has the other, it has my pulls from Xikers. When I did my my unboxing, and it also has my ATEEZ stuff. So let me, I'm trying to see. Yes, this is all my ATEEZ stuff. Okay, let's do the Xikers stuff first. Here, Yeosang, move to the side for a second. Okay, so these are, you know, the ones I pulled. So I'll just show them again. These are so cute. I don't know if I'm gonna try to chase down bias line, because as you can see, well, I mean, Yeochan's my bias, but I don't collect Yeochan. He's so hard to find. This is the card I'm talking about that I'm going to try to get OT10 of. So I have 4 of them. Some ATEEZ in here. Get to the side, you guys. I have 4, so I need the other 6. Okay, and then this was from the pop-up. So these, oh my god, they're so cute. So I do have at least these 2. I'm gonna try to get oh, there, and I have, is that part of it? No, it's not. Never mind. This one, oh, so cute. So I'm gonna try to find Junghyun's, hopefully, because I didn't pick them. The person actually put them in my bag, so I didn't even know they were in my bag until I pulled them out. There's Menjay. So this is the pulls I had from the albums. That's what these are. Yeah, Jinshik has loved me this era, and I love all 10, of course, but I don't collect Jinshik, but it's okay. It's okay. Because I really haven't been anywhere. There wasn't anyone at the pop-up that day. You know, because it was like, unfortunately, Xikers just isn't there yet as far as popularity is concerned. That might be contributing to the reason why Hello 2 didn't make a Xikers pop-up here, is because they're just not there as far as popularity. But yeah, so I had those, and I was stuck buying all of them. So I also bought this from them. Beanie! So it was from Karma, and yes, I know that Skids just came out with another album called Do It. And I will say I don't like it as much as Karma. I will say that. It's not bad, but I'm not all that enamored with it. I do really like Divine, and I realize why I like Divine is because it sounds like Muddy Water. Muddy Water was like, wasn't that Ordinary? I think Muddy Water was on Ordinary, and I love just that little it's kind of like when they sample like old jazz into like old school hip hop. I love songs with that, you know, that tone, that vibe. So when Sungmin, and I've never really been like you know, I mean, you know, I'm only somewhat into Stray Kids. So, but when Sungmin's like goes off at the beginning of that song, oh my god, oh my god, he did a great job. And I know Sungmin can sing, so you know, even though I'm not, you know, a stay, I know Sungmin can sing because, you know, we all know Kingdom. He showed his chops off. He's not Jongho, but he showed his chops off, and I know he can sing. But he just, hearing his voice was just, wow. I was so impressed. And I absolutely love the Divine video. The concept of it is what I have wanted from ATEEZ. And ATEEZ, just the closest we got was the reel. That's the closest we got. I want to see a concept from ATEEZ like what Stray Kids did for Divine. Just showing us more of the Korean culture and the you know, the hanbok, the outfits, the whole vibe of it was just so good. And even though, like I said, I like Do It, I don't love it. I don't like it as much as Ceremony, but it works. It's a fun video. You know, it's very well done. And so it's good, but it's not as good as Divine. Divine should have been their title track. That's that's it. That's all. Divine should have been their title track. But anyway, all right. So let's move on to the ATEEZ. So yes, there's Yeosang, and then I am not supposed to be going backwards, but oh my god, for how long did I have wanted this card? And I was finally like, you know what? I'm just gonna get it. Somebody was selling it for like 30 something, I think. So yes, I have Wooyoung's chain card from Golden Hour Part 2. I still don't have Yeosang's and Seonghwa's. I'm still looking at Seonghwa's on Mercari for like $60 something. I'm gonna go ahead and buy Yeosang's though, so at least I'll have Yeosang, Yoonho, and now I have Wooyoung, and I have Honjun. So yeah. Here's my tease things. My tease things. So I went crazy over my tees, and I was able to get, if I can open him. Okay. So here is, oh my god, he's so cute. So I did get the here, I have I bought so much from my tees, and I didn't mean to. We always say that, don't we? But I have Jongho and Yeosang's photo card holders, but as you can see, I got Sunghwa. So I got Sunghwa, Yuno, and Wooyoung as well, and they're just over there, and you know, whatever, you know what they look like. So here he is. Oh, actually, I have to. All right, never mind. I will show them to you, but I'll show them to you after I go through the cards. And here is I don't even really want the photo card holders, guys, but I got them, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put them in my binder. The reason why I have these is because I love these outfits, and so I did manage to get top 3 along with or top 4, excuse me, along with Wooyoung, which is, he's my other bias. Him and Jongho are about the same right now, with Jongho just a little bit up. There's Wooyoung. His character is so cute, so cute. I forgot I have all these cards, so dolls. So I will just plop them in here as well, since this is like my November haul. That's late. So there's Yeosang. Here is Jongho. Here's Jongho. So cute. So cute. And then, let's see. So I got, I put him in a top loader because I bought the keychain. I got him. So he's here, so let me pull him out real quick, which I don't get why with the ATEEZ, the big dolls don't have cards, but the other ones do. So he's on my bag, so I'll just show you. He's on my bag, so he goes everywhere with me. And then I have the other, they're still in here, the other keychain holders, because I don't know if I'm going to keep them. I probably will end up keeping them, but I still have them in the thing. So yeah, there they are. I'm looking at 2 of them up here. Ugh. This one that I got from the Go. This one that I ordered on accident, because when I ordered the ATEEZ things during the pre-order, I thought I was ordering like what Daniel looks like, which is the keychain, but I actually ended up ordering these. So I have his, and I have Jongho's too. Jongho is over here on the side on my rack with all of my entities. And then, yes. Here they are. So I did keep 2 Yo because I wasn't going to get one. Then I ended up getting one because I thought my friend wanted one. And she was like, nah, I don't really, I don't really need it. So I said, okay, fine, I'll keep them. So I have to get her something else. But yeah, there he is. And then here's Hakneyon. Last but not least, here's Daniel and Daniel. I didn't realize their names were so similar. So yeah. So now I want to get. I'm gonna end up getting the keychain version of Jongho's doll, and I will probably end up getting some form of the other 4 that I don't have, or no, the other 3 I don't have, excuse me, which is Hanjun, Sani, and Mingi. I like the face plushies, but I'd rather have the keychain plush ones. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of them. But I'm just not gonna get them right away. I mean, they just had another drop, so I'll probably get the ones lying down, because I guess they're babies. They put them as babies now. That was the drop they just had this week, so I'm gonna probably grab that. Okay, let me go and check my camera, and I'll be right back in a second with the rest of it. Okay, let's finish up here. So these are the cards I pulled because I did buy some trading card packs. I only bought 3. So here are the cards I pulled. I ended up pulling him, and I bought him in the Neokyo Haul, so I'm gonna have an extra. Bounce. And here's Yunho and Tuyo. Oh, I need to get the character cards out of there. There's the characters. So I need to get the other 3. And here are the special benefits, because I went shopping for people I know in the group chat I'm in, because one person lived in New York and pretty much everything was sold out and they weren't able to make the pop-up. So I ended up buying a bunch of things and for them, and shipped it off to them. So I got the benefit cards. So I pulled some 3 times, I think. But I do have OT8. Those are my extras, and here's my OT8 set here. These are cute. I wasn't trying to get OT8 necessarily, but I ended up getting it because I bought so much stuff. So, okay. Alright, should I just keep going? I guess I should. So I can go on and go through the Neokyo Haul. So this will be tagged under, I guess, Haul, and then Japanese Haul too. So let's go through the Neokyo stuff really quick. I want to save that till last. Hold on. Okay. So first thing, which I believe is the dupe, I think. Yeah, it is. Wait, is he? Oh, okay. Not really. So here's the other card here. It's only slightly different. It's slightly different, so it's actually not a dupe, but they look so much the same. He has it in kind of a different position. So it's not a dupe, but yeah. And then I have Wooyoungs too. So I had bought these cards in this haul before. Come on. I bought these before I started buying all the dolls. Oh, here he is. Okay. So these were, oh my goodness. So these are the reasons why I was chasing these down, was because of these outfits. So I did end up finding the cards for the Towards the Light, you know, the movie they showed in Korea. They were able to get these cards, so I was able to find. I found everybody except for Jong Ho. I didn't get OTA. I'm saying I found like my bias line. So I do have Wooyoung and Yeosang. And then I have, oh, this actually came, I don't know why I separated it, but this came, can't get it out this thing, hold on. There we go. This came with this card, so that belonged there. Yeah, here he is. So this is another Towards the Light. So yeah, I really love these outfits, specifically on Yuno and Seonghwa. So yes, I did pay like 30 something for him. I think he was like 34. And Yuno was the most expensive because you could barely find them. Well, I ended up finding quite a many of them. I don't know if they were fakes, but there's mine. So he looked pretty real, and he's in perfect condition. This one was like $38. Like, that was the cheapest I was gonna find him, and I know the reason why is because he's got that blush on. But they also sent it in this. So they sent it in what they got from the movie. So yeah. Okay. As far as the little rest of ATEEZ that I got, here is Seonghwa. So these are from the special In Your Fantasy version. So he's home now. He got left behind. But he's here now. And then I got the Mingy card I was missing. So there he is for that set. And then I have, that was the last of my ATEEZ cards. So what I have now is MonstaX. So here is where I pretty much completed one set for MonstaX so I could have OT6. But I also got, this is my favorite unit card out of all of them. Is this one. If you follow MonstaX, you know about this card. I actually found this card really cheap, and I was surprised that I found it. But there it is. And here's Honey. So I bought one where I have like all 6. I believe this is is it the X version? I think it is the X version. I'm gonna trust myself on that. That is the X version. And I loved this one. So I have all 6 of these now because I had Keegan, and I just needed to get the other 5. There's Shonu. I got a bundle of Shonus, and Shonu is my other bias in MonstaX. And Shonu bundle. So cute. And then I have this card of Honey, which I absolutely love. So I got this one. And then I got I Am, who is awaiting his military duties right now. And I Am I'm, I'm not beside myself, but I'm trying to like hold it together because I know that day is coming. It's been coming. Um, they were at AAA without him, and I'm like, I already missed him already. He's not gone yet, and I already missed him. Okay. So there's all the cards. There is all the cards from this haul. Oh my gosh, it's not a lot because you know, as usual, I have a like you know, not as usual, but you know, before I used to have lots more than these, but I still feel like it's a lot. It's not, but it is. Um, I also did get my tariff bill. So my tariff bill for this Neokyo Haul, which I just got, was $31, which I knew was going to happen. So, yes. So, $31, which is not bad. Do I want to pay an extra $31? Not really, but what can you do? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start sleeving. Give me a second to clean up a little bit just so I can give myself some room, and then I'll chat about what's been going on in my life, which is a lot, and I'll start sleeving. Hey, so I've cleared everything off and have have my sleeves ready. Yeah. Let's see. Let's start with everything that's not ATEEZ. How about that? I'm trying to think. It looks like those are. These are the MonstaX size sleeves. I need. My one Changbin card, but I also have all the Xikers cards. Oh jeez. These don't look small. When I was getting myself together to film, I was trying to think of everything that I needed, but thankfully I should have enough, I think, for Xikers, because Xikers is all Xikers and Evenne both use Ultra Pros. So yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to get my thoughts together because I really don't want to just continue to sit here and ramble. So just personally, what's been going on with me? As you know, and as I've told you before, I am a merchandiser. So because I'm a merchandiser, that goes in on a Target to merchandise products, put it away, just open boxes and put away, and I go to multiple stores. I need my car. So my car is an older car. My car is actually a 2018. It's a Chevy. It has been very dependable, and she is on her last legs. And lately she's been having a lot of problems. This is a dupe. I don't want to. Here, I'm gonna put that to the side. She's been having some issues lately, so it has been a very deep blow to my pocketbook. So, but I've been spending money like I have it. I have been making some more money because, on top of doing merchandising, I haven't been working my second job, by the way. I'm almost ready to quit because I haven't gotten any hours lately, so I'm probably about to quit. But I, been making some extra money on the side between beading and doing some other odd things. I shouldn't say odd. I've been doing other jobs, you know, on my own. I write. I started writing again, so I'm making a little bit more money from that as well. And so I've been able to kind of balance myself a little bit. Not with my teas. I went crazy with my teas, but I've been able to make the money to like feed my habits, is what I'm trying to say. And so it hasn't really interrupted with, you know, me paying the bills and all those things. However, this car did, and it made a really big dent in our finances. So between me and my husband, trying to pay for these car repairs out of pocket, it's been difficult. And so I haven't been scaling back enough. I need to scale back a little bit more, because now it's Christmas. So thankfully I don't have that many gifts to buy. I pretty much just have my kid, which she's at work right now. And because I didn't have a car, I had to take my kid in a Lyft to work. We're a one-car family. So I had to take her in the Lyft, and I just went on and took the bus home instead of, because we don't live that far away from where she works. She works at the same place my husband does. So my husband's here at home. So yeah, we do what we gotta do. That's it. We do what we gotta do. So yeah, so there's that. But I mean, you know, hey, the car's in the shop. I have an extended warranty on it. I'm gonna see if my extended warranty can pay for the current repairs. The repair shop I took it to seemed to not disclose that I had a major problem with my oil pump in my car. So yeah, there's that. Also, unfortunately, the day before Thanksgiving, I lost a family member. I lost my uncle. He passed away from lung cancer. So yeah, it's been tough. It's my mom's side of the family, which I feel like is fading pretty fast. Since I don't have my mom, and I don't have, you know, my grandparents. My grandparents have been gone for quite a long time, and so all I have is my aunt, my uncle, which was he is rather the oldest of the kids from my mom's family. Then it was my mom passed. And then I have two other uncles, thank goodness, who are still living. One of them's actually really sick, but he's hanging on. And then I have my Aunt Candy, and that was my aunt who lost her husband. So it's been pretty rough. He had lung cancer, and he didn't smoke. So somehow he contracted lung cancer. So it has been, that's why I really haven't too much been on YouTube at all as far as posting and stuff. And you know, I was busy with work anyway, and I told you guys things were going to be pretty sporadic anyway, and just like with these personal just struggles. And I know it's not, I keep telling myself that, like, you know, be happy for the blessings you do have. I have a hobby that I'm able to somewhat enjoy. I make decent enough money to where I can still afford things, and I have a little talent outside of my actual job where I am able to make a little extra money on the side to feed said habit. So I've been trying to count my blessings, as they say, and not get overly upset about what's going on. But it was tough yesterday because I was ready to literally strangle somebody, um, because it just seems like that these days, especially these days, people are just not trustworthy. They're just not, and especially when it comes to something like your vehicle, you want to try to take it somewhere where people will be forthcoming with exactly what's wrong with your vehicle, and that did not happen. And instead of taking it, because there's a lot of, I live in like a busy part of the city, and there's a lot of places around here, um, that are not like a mainstay, like a Midas or a Firestone or whatever. So I call myself taking it someplace where it's a name, Midas. It's not some just a roundaway place, and they just, they're really nice. Like, oh, we're gonna take care of you, we're gonna help you out, yada yada yada. But you didn't tell me that my oil pump was going bad. And I'm almost certain that's the problem, because everything that has been going on with my car, as I've been going back and forth and running all over the city, um, everything that has been going on with my car is exactly what I've been reading up on. So it looks like that will probably be the problem, is the oil pump. And the oil pump is not cheap. It looks like it is covered by my warranty. So hopefully, I've had my warranty about a little bit over a month, because I got, like, right when I did the first round of repairs, I got an extended warranty on the cars. I was like, well, I really don't have money to pay out of pocket like that again. And because I've already depleted my savings and all of that, just trying to, you know, to put into this car. And when, when I didn't have the money to pay for said bills, or, like emergencies or whatever, I've had to deplete my savings. So now I had to build up my savings again. I also, like, kind of touch my moving money, and I hate that for real, because even though we decided we were gonna just go on, because we weren't finding what anything to move into, so we put moving on hold until after winter. And so while we try to recover some of the money to put back in our savings and to put back into our moving fund, we were hoping to hold on to our car just long enough so that we can move and then buy another car. But yeah, she's hanging on though. I'm very grateful, because she could have stopped on me days ago, and she did not, because I've been all over the place. I've been everywhere. So I am grateful to my car. I call her a she because I've named all my cars. So my car's name is Wednesday, and by tradition I have named all my cars after a character in the Addams Family. So my first actual car, which was a Chevy HHR, which I had for the longest of time until it stopped running, right before I bought this car. So it was like I had Gomez. I had Gomez for years, and Gomez finally stopped running on me right around 2019, and we bought Wednesday in 2020. She was used. We bought her from Hertz, and so she's been with me a long time. So I have Gomez, I had Wednesday, I had Fester. Fester was my husband's car, and it was a white Elantra. What does it call it? Hyundai Elantra. That was Fester. Fester, unfortunately, was the victim of a carjacking. Not a carjacking. Somebody stole Fester and drove him, like, just did like a joyride, driving him, and the car was totaled. So that's why Fester is not with us anymore. So Wednesday's been hanging in there. Crap, it's my last one. Okay. I don't know if these are, let's see if they're small. Anyway, yeah, so Wednesday's been hanging in there. And, but I might be putting Wednesday out to pasture sometime next year. And it hurts, because she's been with me for a bit. And, how many more do I need? Sorry, hold on. 4? Okay, let's see if I can find 4. So yeah, so she's been with me for a minute, and but she's getting older, and so I'm gonna have to start. Got Evenne in here too. Gonna have to look for another car soon. So yeah, so that is that's too big. That is what's been going on with me. That's the catch up. I have all these extra shifts. I'm not sure, because of the shop I actually took it to now is actually open today, which is a shock. But I sincerely doubt that they're gonna have any news for us today. It probably won't be till tomorrow, and plus I have to call my warranty company anyway to make sure that these repairs will be covered before I tell them to go on ahead with it. So yeah. So right now I'm carless at the moment. But yeah, so that's that. What else? That's pretty much me in particular. I've just been working. I did see the MonstaX movie during the week. My bestie took me to see the MonstaX movie. We had a great time, and it was great. It just really got me hyped for MonstaX. I didn't even start my clock. So yeah, the movie was great. It was amazing, and we had a great time. We didn't get any of the benefits that I guess came on baby I've been getting. I'm really kind of disgusted about, you know, when these movies come or whatever, they don't care about giving us the same benefits that the Korean fans get. I'm gonna ask my other friends, because I have other friends that are going today, because they're showing the MonstaX movie, and one friend is going to two friends are going to suburban shows today, and then one friend's going in the city. So I'm gonna ask them if they got any benefits. I think we were supposed to get like some postcards or something like that, and we didn't get nothing. They don't care about us. So yeah, so that was some happy. We went and hung out, and the movie was fairly short. And then, you know, once we got done with the movie, and this was Wednesday, so this was before all the ruckus with my car. We went out for a late dinner and had some drinks, and yeah, so we had a great time. The movie, the one complaint I have about the MonstaX movie is that I am so sick and tired of them trying to erase Wonho from MonstaX lore. I'm really tired of it, and I need Starship to stop that. Um, it is just to erase Wonho from MonstaX lore is it's a crime within itself, and he was definitely part of that group. They did everything they possibly could to make sure that every clip they showed did not include Wonho, and he was cleared. Every wrongdoing, he was cleared. And I know Wonho has a very successful solo career right now. My bestie's actually a bigger Wonho fan than I am, and she was just stewing through the whole concert because she was just a concert film. She was like, I just want one glimpse of Wonho, and we did not get that. We did not get that. And part of my thing about these Korean companies, if I could just say right fast, I hate the way that everything is just so status quo with them, that they're just, nothing's different with them. Nobody wants to try to like just be different, and like if you're just so concerned with like, oh, what is this person gonna say, or what are the fans are gonna say, or whatever, blah blah blah. Wonho was suspected of doing some wrong things. He was cleared of everything. If he wasn't, then he wouldn't even be, you know, doing music, or we wouldn't know about it. Like, you know, I can think of a couple, like, right off the top of my head. You know, we never saw him. We never saw him again once, you know, something happened. What was his name? Haechan from Victon comes to my mind immediately. Haechan from Victon, after he unfortunately was pulled over for drunk driving, and he left the group. We have not heard from Haechan since. Like, just nothing. What was it? The guy from DKB, I can't think at the moment. It's on the tip of my tongue and I can't remember. But the guy from DKB, same thing. Like, he was, I think he got in trouble for drunk driving or something of the like, and nothing, just gone. Disappeared off the face of the earth like he'd never existed. Wonho was cleared of everything, and because I guess, you know, I don't follow Mon Bebe drama like I follow ATEEZ drama, but I'm guessing that because K Mon Bebe still think that Wonho is guilty no matter what, and they just kind of just said, you know, whatever, you know, you're not part of MonstaX anymore, blah blah blah. Starship is just kind of like, yeah, we're not gonna show them, we're not gonna do anything, and it's like, why? What? Why? So, not even the movie, like, come on. Like, they're not, I know that they're still hanging out together from time to time, because we've seen, like, little videos or pictures or whatever of the MonstaX guys still being with Wonho. They're not gonna stop being with Wonho, like, and Starship just kind of, like, just tossed him aside. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the company that Wonho's with is a subsidiary of Starship. So I don't understand why you're treating this man like a leper. I don't get it. I mean, I just, if he's not coming back to the group, that's one thing. But to not show him in the movies at all, like, we have had 2 movies from MonstaX, because we had The Dreaming, and now this is the second one with Connect X. No sighting of Wonho in either movie, and it's just, it's so disgusting, and I'm so sick and tired of these companies catering to these Korean fans who don't deserve it, by the way. So just that, they don't deserve it. And oh my god, I'm so I'm just so bothered with that. But yeah. So here we are. But it was a good movie nonetheless. It was a great showing of what MonstaX can do, and how talented they are. Um, it was, oh my god, the stage was amazing. So I hope that now that they are going on tour, unfortunately without I am, that it will be a stage like that one, because that was impressive. That was lovely. It was lovely. And so I really hope that they do something like that, because that was just so great. That was just so great. If you have not seen the MonstaX movie and you're able to, please go see it. It's so worth it. It's so worth it. Let me know if you're going to see it, and if you saw the MonstaX movie already, please share that with me. Okay. What else? Yeah, other than like what I've been dealing with, and you know, going to see the MonstaX movie, everything else has been okay. Work has been busy. You know, been buying things, as you can see. I got stuff still. And been doing my things on the side with bead making, and I had my event, which went pretty well. The shop, just, there were some things that went on with the shop at the last minute. They were just like eye roll. Like, just eye roll. Oops, I put them in the wrong thing. Sorry about that, you know. So yeah, that was just a lot, but I was able to do well for that event. And now I am awaiting word to see if I'm going to be vending at a winter market that one of the vendors that was the vendor at my event is having a winter market. And so I'm waiting to see if I was accepted into the winter event. So yes. Let's see. So that's enough about me. Let's talk about K-pop for a minute, since I keep grabbing the wrong sleeves. Okay. There was pretty much other things that are in my mind, but I think the biggest thing I'm gonna leave for last was ATEEZ's contract. So that's gonna be a long thing. So what I will talk about is the whole situation with Hakneyon, formerly of the boys. This whole situation is a mess. This whole situation is just, it is mind-boggling, and it is another reason why it could be a reason why and not saying that like it's just specific to Korean companies to be just downright dirty to their artists. I mean, that happens in Western music all the time. I'm sure it happens in other music markets as well. But oh my god. The whole thing with Hakneyon, where they I'm probably not saying his name right because I just thought about it. I'm probably saying it the American way. I'm just gonna call him Hakneyon. Hakneyon was ridiculous, and knowing that the boys left their former company, which was a horrible company, period. It was a horrible company. I can't remember the name of it, and I'm glad I can't. They left to have a better situation, to have a better contract where they were going to be paid, where they were going to be taken care of. This company has done nothing for them, because ever since they left the other company and went to 100, it has been nothing but problems with the boys. And Hakneyon is the biggest one, because he is not only has he been kicked out, but he has also been accused, which is not really accusatory. He went out, he's an adult. He went out, he was, backstory, from what I understand. He went out with some friends. He met someone who used to be a Japanese adult film star. And I think I recall talking about this before, because I think I went on a little rant about like how people perceive adult film stars as if they are lepers. Let's use lepers again. So, I mean, yes, everybody can be a horrible person, but I mean, they just, I guess this person is now, young lady is now an influencer, like a YouTuber, I don't know, influencer, YouTuber, whatever. And so he went out with friends. He went out, like, something that people do, hang out with friends. And so because of this sphere that we have, the K-pop sphere, where companies have placed so much on parasocial relationships where fans feel that their idols always need to be available for them, and they shouldn't have a life outside of entertaining us. You know, they ran with it. They took it as a whole thing of where he was hanging out with an adult film star and he probably has had relations with this woman. This made all these assumptions and they kicked him out of the group. What I heard is that Hakneyon's situation was a cover. I don't know if this is true, so I'm sorry if it's not. But what I had heard when I was first started unraveling months ago was that one of the managers or CEOs or something from 100 was accused of prostitution, and that's the reason why they're trying to cover it up. And I guess he left the company, and that's the reason why it was kind of a smoke screen for what was going on. So they kicked him out of the group, just not bothering to take his word about anything that, like, you know. And he actually apologized, which was, he didn't have to apologize for anything. He went out as an adult to hang out with friends. According to the person, the adult film star, former adult film star, she didn't even know him. She was like, oh, really? Who, him? Like, so taking her for her word, I'm guessing that she actually really didn't know him. But apparently people think like they were having a relationship or something. Or he was, that he actually solicited her for prostitution, which is in itself ridiculous, because adult film stars don't have to be prostitutes and vice versa. So, just, So yeah, so that whole situation was just awful, horrible, and so now we bring things to now. Hakneyon is suing, no, is 100 I think is suing him, and I think he's countersuing. If I have it wrong, I'll make sure to put a blurb up there. But I want to say 100 is suing him for breach of contract, and I believe he's countersuing. Or he might just be fighting it, period. But I'm just glad he's fighting it. Because since I've been in K-pop since officially 2019, so even before I got into ATEEZ, the whole thing about these, you know, K-pop idols and these these companies, and the companies treating them so shitty, basically, pardon my French, and not protecting them, it's gotten so old. It's gotten so old. It's like the same thing with the Wonho situation, where they are so concerned. And we saw the whole thing with Rise, so we've seen this already. And you guys who have been K-pop fans longer than me have seen other people go through this and get shunned, get, you know, kicked out of their groups. And you know, we saw it with Raven from ONEUS. You know, he was suspected of doing stuff. You know, it didn't matter that, like, you know, slews, as I like to call them on Twitter, had come up with all the proof that he wasn't, trying to get into a relationship, or maybe he was, who knows, we'll never know unless he said something. But that he was, doing, some stuff, and he ended up leaving the group. He went into military. Now he's back. He's doing his own thing, and I'm very happy and proud of him. But he lost his place and won us because of some dumb shit. And this is kind of the same situation, but Hakneyon is fighting back. And this is why this is a unique situation, because he is actually fighting the company. He is trying to clear his name. And so the latest about it is that he had an interview with Jeff Benjamin from Billboard. I have not read the interview, so I really can't comment on it. But the couple of things that I did see was basically that he has not talked to the members of the boys because he does not want them to be implicated in all this. So he has, distanced himself from the boys. And he himself thinks that if he does not win this case, if he does not clear his name, then his life is over, which is so heartbreaking to think that, like, because of this company just doing this man dirty, that he feels like his life is over. Like, I remember, it wasn't the interview with Billboard, but it was an interview I think he did a couple of months ago, a few months ago, maybe at the end of the summer or something, where he pretty much said, or maybe it wasn't an interview, was that might have been him just talking on his Instagram, I think, where he basically said that he wanted to end his life. He wanted to die because of everything that was going on. And I'm just like, all over some rumors over, because people think that he was soliciting a prostitute when he really was just going out with friends and hanging out with friends. So, oh my God, I'm beside myself. I'm so beside myself about that whole thing. I'm gonna set him to the side because I am supposed to have pink sleeves, I think, for him. So I'm setting him to the side. Yeah. So that's the whole situation with Hakneyon. I really hope that he wins this case. This case could get dragged out for quite a long time because, as somebody said on the Twitter, companies, well, we actually saw it with New Jeans just now. They continue to go back and forth and drag it out until New Jeans finally, hopefully, got a clue and decided to go on back to hide. And as sad as that whole situation, is too, with those ladies, trying to follow Min Hee-jin, who apparently, allegedly, is already trying to put together another group already because she lost New Jeans. Like, she didn't care about these girls. She didn't give a fuck about these girls. And everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. And hopefully these girls finally figured out that Min Hee-jin is a horrible person. And because of the climate in Korea, where the K-pop climate, that unfortunately a lot of these kids, most of them are babies, and their parents, because their parents see the dollar signs and see how their kids can become big, their kids can become like New Jeans, can become like BTS or whatever, they're allowing people like Min Hee-jin to take their kids and try to mold them into, these stars, these K-pop stars who, might not, these are special cases. Like BTS and New Jeans are special cases where they blew up. Not every group, as we can see from my boys right here. It takes a long time to like become viral, become relevant in the K-pop sphere in Korea, and they just you know, I don't want to say they toss their kids away, but pretty much that's what they're doing. And yeah, that whole situation is just, it's sad. And but I wish the girls the best. You know, they're going back to Hybe. I don't know if, like, I guess I only know Hani and Danielle off the top of my head, but I guess Hani and Danielle, or Hani and member went back first, and then the other three were, because one of them was out of the country or something, and then she came back, and so they also announced that they were going to go back to Hybe and Adore. So yeah. Okay, we're gonna get out of that. I'm trying to think. Okay, I do want to make at least one comment about the young lady from XG, and I'm not queer, so I don't want to say anything. I just want to say that I'm very, very happy for them. I'm sorry, I said girl. I'm very happy for them. Cocona from XG came out on their Instagram and came out as trans-masculine non-binary. I think that's what the term is. I want to make sure I do not get that wrong, so I am so sorry if I got it wrong, but I think that's what they were saying. I'm very, very happy that her company, because as we're seeing her talking about raggedy ass companies, that it seems like their company, so sorry, their company is standing behind them. And because I read something on Twitter that the CEO of their company is he understands, he wants to make his group comfortable, but he also cares about them as people. And I think that's just so magnificent. And I wish them the most success, because I haven't heard a whole lot of XG songs. I really paid attention. But the fact that their group and their company stands behind them says a lot. It says a lot, considering that Korea is still very, very conservative, especially when it comes to queerness. And so I'm very, very happy that they got the chance to live their truth, and I'm so happy for them. Okay, let me grab these sleeves and I'll be back. Okay, I had to look in the binder and see what sleeves the other ones have. And I also remembered some of the things I wanted to talk about. But yes, congratulations to Cocona. I am sorry if I'm saying their name wrong. And then just a quick word about Evenne. I'm looking at their cards over here that I got from their concert. Looks like Evenne is going to stay together, but we do not know if Yeosang and Sungyeon are going to be part of the group. So that is a problem. That is very contrary to what I predicted at the beginning of the year. I just knew that Evenne was not going to stay together. But it appears that they will. Hopefully they will be able to like stay together as all seven. And I really, really hope that because the concert was amazing, and it really, I'm still like on the fence about it, and I think the main reason why I'm on the fence about it, especially now, is because they might lose 2 members, and because I wasn't really all that crazy about the last couple of albums, but I still want to support them from afar, even if I don't really necessarily want to collect the cards anymore. I hope they do stay together because they're magnificent. They put on such a great show, and so I hope that they're able to stick together. Okay. And then Zero Base One. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Zero Base One looks like, well, they signed a 2-month extension, which is weird. Like, so they signed a 2-month extension where I guess so that they could go ahead and tour. So basically, Wake is a Wake One. That's Zero Base One's company. Trying to get every little dime out of these boys before they possibly separate, and I might have to re-debut in new groups. So, yeah. Zero Base One signed a 2-month extension because I guess they were going to be done after Christmas, I guess. Or, I don't know. I guess sometime this month or next month or whatever. But I guess the 2-month extension will give them enough time to do I don't know, some kind of tour. I don't know if they're going to come here. The rumor is they are going to come stateside, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. What else? Before I get to ATEEZ, I think the only other thing I wanted to say is that I'm having the hardest time trying to find out what is going to be my #1 album for the year. I will tell you this, it will not be ATEEZ. Because as much as I loved In Your Fantasy, as much as I loved Golden Hour, I do love Golden Hour Part 3, especially because of all the solos. Lemon Drop, Masterpiece, Enough, Now This House Ain't a Home, Enough is the last one, excuse me. Now This House Ain't a Home, and Castle. I love those 2 songs. And Your Pregnancy Part 3 is not my favorite. Golden Hour Part 3 is not my favorite album. And Lemon Drop and In Your Fantasy are not my favorite songs of the year either. So, and I don't know, and you guys can comment about anything that I've talked about, but please also comment down below what you feel is your favorite album / song of the year. To me, and I really, really love that I decided to try to keep up with everybody that was releasing something in K-pop, regardless of whether they were my favorites or not. I love that I kind of expanded my horizons with that, because I found so much great music. And despite what everybody says about, like, oh, K-pop stale, this is not, because you're not looking hard enough. You're not looking past the big 4 groups. There's some standout groups that have impressed people. I will tell you just right now, I'm not that impressed with CORTIIS. I don't know if I said that before. I feel like I did talk about CORTIIS a little bit. I'm not that impressed by CORTIIS. And the only reason why I'm not that impressed is because what they're doing has already been done. And it's like, oh, they're a self-produced group and blah, blah, blah. So... and they're doing like something that sounds like a little bit of a rock, hip hop. What did I just talk about? Xikers. And that's what makes me angry about the whole thing, because Xikers has already been doing something different and something fresh than what the rest of 5th gen was doing. But Xikers was not getting any play at all because everybody's paying attention to what the Big Four is doing with CORTIIS, with Kickflip, with what's the other group? Boy Next Door, TWS, all these groups that are from Hybe, you know, I think Kickflip is from JYP, and then, you know, what is it? TWS is from a subsidiary of Hybe. I think that it's from a company that's ran by Zico, I want to say. So, and Boy Next Door, I think same thing or something, like, I don't know. I'm really like just bothered that people are just like, oh, you know, CORTIIS is so great, and you know, I'm not that enamored with CORTIIS. I'm not. I kind of liked Fashion. It was okay. I liked the video, but I just feel like Xikers has been here. Xikers has been here, and you guys did not give them any kind of attention because you just assume like, oh, they're ATEEZ little brothers, they sound just like ATEEZ. No, they do not. They sound very different from ATEEZ, and they are magnificent performers, and their vocals, if you have not watched the Hello 82 thing that they did a few months ago, where they are singing other songs, you know, Jinch Hyunwoo, you know, just the vocals, Junghyun, like there is some great vocals in Xikers, and people don't pay attention to Xikers vocals because the rap line is fucking fantastic. It is probably the best rap line, and I don't know, I'm gonna die on this hill. Xikers has the best rap line in 5th gen, hands down. Right behind them is the rap line from 82 Major, which is basically everybody, because almost everybody raps in 82 Major. So to me, those are the top 2 rap lines in 5th gen. And Xikers is actually in, like, they're in the conversation of at least the top 10 or 15 in all of K-pop, because they, like, Sumin, Minjae, and Yeosang, most groups cannot touch them. Okay, so I just feel like CORTIIS is just being given these flowers before, and I know they're really popular, so don't come at me. I know they're really popular, but this is another situation of where small groups from small companies get overshadowed, and then when a big company group does something similar, you know, does something kind of, you know, different from the rest of everybody that's doing something already, they get overshadowed. And that's the reason why I cannot really get into CORTIIS, because I've seen this movie. This movie is playing out in front of me right now with Xikers. And the fact that these guys just came out of nowhere, and I'm not saying they're not talented, because they are, but I feel like that their rapping style, they can't touch Xikers. They can't touch them. So, I don't know. Let me know what you feel. And then, yeah, so that my thought is that I am having a sincere issue trying to figure out what I want to put as number 1. But I will tell you this. I don't want to spoil it, because I'm going to probably do by end of the year. I don't think anybody else is having comebacks, like any significant comebacks, because usually everybody kind of stops releasing albums, except ATEEZ still might. But everybody kind of stops around mid-month, because, you know, the music shows are going hiatus until the beginning of the year. Also, rest in peace to the show. Rest in peace to the show. I'm really sad that the show's gone. So we have one less music show to see like some of the best non-Big Four groups and artists. And so it pretty much sucks to be. So now we only have Wednesday with Show Champion. Show Champion's probably going to end maybe the next week if it hasn't done already. You know, M Countdown, which, you know, they're so far out the Big Fours butts. But they will give stages to the other groups when they can. And of course, the weekend shows with, what's it, Music Bank on Friday. I was going to say Music Plaza. What is the Saturday show? Music Bank, Music Core, I think, on Saturday. And then Sunday with Ingayo. And so we only have that to like watch groups like an 82 Major, like XLOV. I love XLOV. I do not want to start collecting XLOV, but I do love XLOV. I really do. I love the genderless concept. I love a lot of their songs that they've come out with. They're going to be somewhere in my wrap up for the year as far as my favorite songs, albums. They'll be in there. But my top two choices right now is Ruby from Jenny and Haechan's album. Haechan's album was so good. Haechan's album was so good. It was so much like Jaehyun's album. And so that's the reason why I'm kind of like, a person that I know in my group chat was like, you gotta listen to, you like Jaehyun's album, you gotta listen to Haechan's. I'm like, okay, fine. I love Haechan's album. I absolutely love that album. And I also loved Mark's album a lot. What's another contender? MonstaX. Of course, with their return, great mini album. Stray Kids Karma. Stray Kids Karma will be in the top 10. It's not going to be my favorite, but it will be in the top 10. But don't be surprised if Karma's in the top 5. It will be in there somewhere. What else? I liked Lisa's album. I liked Ten's album, but I still didn't like Ten's latest album as much as I liked the last one. And then all the minis that came out. So, 82 Major, I adore 82 Major. I just mentioned XLOV, of course, Xikers. One Pact, I still adore One Pact. Still mad that I didn't get to see them. Yeah, there's a lot. So I'm having an issue where I'm gonna put everybody at. Yuta, think about Yuta right now. Yuta put out a fantastic album. I love it. Yeah, there's a lot. So when I do the year end, it's gonna be it's gonna be difficult to put everybody somewhere. Go Down Part 3 will be in the top 5. It just will not be number 1. So, yeah. And I think In Your Fantasy will probably be top 3 of my songs for the year. But I'm not sure. Okay. So, now that we got all the cards sleeved. Oh, this is going to be so super long. Only because of how many cards I have to store. We're going to do non-ATEEZ first. Let's talk about ATEEZ's contract. So, in talking about... this is broken. I need to take this off here. In talking about horrible ass companies, KQ is not a horrible company. But let's just say that first and foremost. KQ is not a horrible company. They are a good company. But okay. I don't feel like getting a page. I think I'm just gonna do. How many I have here? 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, and one of them's a dupe. Let's just put them. I know this is a mix of eras, but because I don't collect them anymore, I'm kind of like whatever. This is Keita, so let's put Keita here, because Keita is my bias, my main bias in Evenne. I have Moon, Junyan, here's Hanbin. Do I have any from Jonghyun? I don't know. Oh yes I do, okay. Let's put this up here. I'm gonna fix this later, but I just don't feel like, so I don't collect them anymore. It's kind of like whatever. So I'm just gonna put that right there, and then the ones I don't collect will go back here. Yeah. KQ's not a terrible company. They're not bad, they're not terrible, they are tolerable. I think that's the best way I could put it. They've done some good things for ATEEZ, as we know. They found them, first and foremost, and secondly, they, I knew I was going to do that. They put them together. They did listen to Hanjun's CD, and a year later, and decided to give him a shot at you know, at just being, you know, they're like, oh yeah, you know, you're gonna be our first trainee, even though we all know the lore about KQ actually being the parent company of Block B. They created a subsidiary, what is it, 7 seasons for Block B. So Hanjun was their first trainee, and then you know, and then you know, we go on from there. KQ has been, like I said, tolerable and serviceable. That's the words I have for it. I'm looking for, there he is, Changbin. I'm gonna put Changbin away since he's got only one card. So yeah, so they've been great. However, we all know the trials with KQ and know how they have been they just have not met expectations as far as promo is concerned with ATEEZ and Xikers. We have seen flashes of brilliance with promo with Bouncy. Bouncy was probably the last time that they really just went all out with promo and stuff. And what is this? This is a POB, so we're gonna have to reorganize some stuff for Do It. And so when I get other cards for Do It, then they're gonna go in here somewhere. We're just gonna stick him. I don't really have these in order, so I think we can stick them right here. Yes, they've been tolerable, serviceable for, you know, doing what they need to do. But there's some real issues with KQ, and one of them is that they, don't seem to grasp the concept that they do have to promote this group. And while I know that, like, or these groups, I should say, while I know that ATEEZ are fantastic, ATEEZ and Xikers are fantastic performers. They are amazing performers. And the performance does say everything. Like, yes, you know, you want to showcase that both of these groups are outstanding at being on stage. And they are. They're fucking fantastic. Both of them. However, this cannot be your only promo. Oh my god, it's so dusty. I'm gonna do MonstaX next. This cannot be your only promo for this group, for these groups. Because for Xikers and even ATEEZ kind of experience this. I'm not gonna always be able to tour. That's number one. Number two, oh crap, this is in the way. You're not gonna be able to always sell out. With Xikers, unfortunately, they just aren't. I hope it's not cutting off too much of it. They're the victim of, you know, that they might not sell out, you know, they might not always sell out shows. And so they are pretty much like, oh, you know, people are going to come, but you might not sell out the show. You might not be able to always come to the US and Europe, you know, in particular, for whatever reason. I mean, you know, KQ got money. We know that. But, you know, for just other circumstances, especially because of the administration that we have in place in the US right now, we don't know. We just don't know what's going to happen with visas and all those other things. And you can't just depend on your promotion being what these guys are already known for. We already know that ATEEZ especially and Xikers are fantastic on the stage. But they need to put some effort behind their promo. And that is what is the one thing that I will agree with ATEEZ when they complain about KQ. They don't do anything, as you know, other than what they need to when it comes to promo. And that's not a lot. That's just not a lot. And it's sad because both groups deserve for them to put some money behind both groups. So many ATEEZ, including me, because, you know, I'm no marketing, you know, guru, but there's so many ideas that they could have done as far as, I probably have this backwards. Yeah, I do. Okay. It's supposed to be that way because it's on the other end. Because of, I think I have this right. If I do not have age order right, please tell me. It's possible that I don't. But I think I do. I think because both Kihyun and Minhyuk were born in November. And I want to say Minhyuk is first and then Kihyun. But if I have it wrong, please tell me. Please tell me. Yeah. They just don't do enough. They don't do enough with promo. They depend too much, and I do have to also make a comment about that. They depend too much on ATEEZ to be to work when it comes to like voting and streaming and stuff like that. And voting and streaming for ATEEZ, especially for us who are not in Korea, has become more of a problem. And you know, in Korean apps specifically, I have gotten to the point where I am completely burnt out with streaming overall. Like I'm usually that person that will vote and stream and do whatever I have to do because I want my boys to succeed, and I still do. But I'm tired. I'm tired of like having to um I'm tired of having to vote, like, get on what is it, Idle Champ, get on they change apps so frequently now with the voting. When you're just trying to vote for the music shows, they change them all the time. And they have these goofy ass apps, and they want you to put money in it, and this and that, and I don't feel like doing that anymore. I will be honest with you, I didn't bother to vote for Mama this year for ATEEZ because I was like, I don't even want to do it. I don't want to do it. And this is the problem with, like, I really hope that, like, now the ATEEZ is starting to get more recognition in Korea, that more Korean fans will start doing more for ATEEZ when it comes to building them domestically, because a lot of ATEEZ are tired, like me. We're tired. And for KQ to like expect for ATEEZ to carry two groups where you're voting and streaming, and you're just, you're doing all this voting and streaming, and on Korean apps, on Spotify, which I have to mention, the whole thing with Spotify is such a piss off. Like, I've known some stuff about Spotify for a minute, and I've always been the person of like, if you want to boycott something because it's not, it's a, because it's a challenge. Like, what I'm hearing about Spotify is, which really bothered me, is that they started playing ICE ads. Like if you know me, I think I've probably mentioned I'm married to a Hispanic man. Now, he is an American citizen, but I'm married to a Hispanic man. And to know that Spotify is in cahoots with Donald Trump and playing ICE ads and all the other mess that they do, I was over it. I canceled my subscription to Spotify. I no longer, as of today, pretty much do not have a Spotify account, or do not have a premium, I should say. I still have my account, but I don't have a premium account. Okay, we're not gonna show you. We'll put you at the end of another page because I don't feel like getting pages right now. So yeah, that's another thing. I'm probably gonna do Apple Music for ATEEZ when they, finally come out, or whatever is gonna be next. I'm not doing it. And it's tiring. They really just expect, I hope I finished that point about Spotify. Just plain out. If you want to read or you need to know more about Spotify, then read or go on Instagram, because that's what my friend did to me. She was like, this is why you shouldn't be supporting Spotify. And I was just like, what the fuck? So, we're just gonna put him right here for right now. So I canceled. So I no longer have a premium Spotify account. I had 3 premium Spotifys. I had my main one, then I had 2 more, and I canceled my family plan. So now I'm thinking I'm gonna try out Qbuzz. That's what I'm thinking. So I'll let you know how that goes. But just to finish my point about KQ and their lack of promo, they don't do shit. And it's really disappointing because they really should at least try to do more for ATEEZ, especially considering that that is your bread and butter. That is how you made most of your money. ATEEZ built KQ, pretty much. Pretty much. And to know that this company just doesn't want to even do hardly the bare minimum for their promo is upsetting. Okay, I'm done. So there it is. Yay! I want to say this is X version. That's what I want to say. So I have 6. I have all 6. They look so good. They look so good. Okay, so yes, that's MonstaX. But yeah, so just to continue my point, I'm tired of KQ not doing anything, and this whole fiasco with Golden Hour Part 3 this past era just further cemented my like, what the fuck are you doing where you're signing a 7-year contract kind of thing. And I know that they signed, and they even said it, part of the reason why they signed for KQ with KQ again, which I knew they were going to sign with KQ. I mean, I wanted them to sign with KQ because despite the fact that KQ is horrible in a lot of things, they are still better. Not very much, but they still are the best option for ATEEZ, you know? So this is like really getting away. Hold on, give me a second. I just switched this around. Okay, here we go. All right, that might go a little better. So a little bit. So yeah, KQ sucks at promo. The whole situation with Evenne, I don't hate Evenne. I think he does a great job. I love that, like, they bring in some other producers here and there to work on stuff with ATEEZ, and I don't know if they've done it with Xikers, but I think they've basically just given Xikers a little bit more producing credit, which I love, because I believe Minjae, Sumin, and Yeosang have worked on songs. I don't know. I think Minjae has produced. I'm not sure about Sumin and Yeosang, but I know that they have written songs. Excuse me, for the group. So, but I'm not a producer. Let's just start with that. I'm not a producer. I don't know how things are supposed to go on, but one thing that I do know is that I'm really... Oh yeah, that's right, I go backwards. Okay, hold on. I'm really tired. I'm really fucking tired of how they do their line distribution, how they okay, it should be right here because this is the last one, so I'm going this way, so most current should be up front. I'm just really tired at how they just don't give a fuck. They just do not give a flying rat's ass about how they are maneuvering with you know, changing up the style a little bit so that there are more opportunities for Wooyoung and Yeosang in particular to get more lines. And I'm also not that person that, like, you know, sits there and counts seconds either, but I just know that especially with title tracks, that Wooyoung and Yeosang, like, Wooyoung will get most of the killing parts. Yeosang will get, like, we didn't hear him hardly in Lemon Drop, but we heard him in Your Fancy. He had a good line in Your Fancy. And what I have what problem I have with Evenne is an Edenary. is I want them to change up their style a little bit, where they, instead of just, you know, they do a vote as to who has the best voice for a certain song. Why don't you write more songs that are curtailed to that specific member? Why don't you think about putting together more songs that are that can suit Yeosang's voice? No, not all of them are going to be Halzia. Yeosang has a tremendous vocal range. He does not necessarily just have to do the deep parts like he did in Dune and in the Halzia. He has a beautiful voice, and I need for Evnne in particular, and I know this might not really be a KQ problem. I think KQ just kind of lets Evnne in particular do what he wants, and so, but I wish that they would just kind of say, you know, could we just switch it up a little bit, and maybe we will find out if when they went through and from, I won't say from what I heard because I didn't, but the discussion in ATEEZ, not on Twitter because now all of a sudden I'm back into Tumblr. Some of the conversation on Tumblr has been that I guess just reading into what the guys have said, like right after they resigned, was that it wasn't an easy thing for them to renegotiate those contracts, and that there was some back and forth because they had to kind of fight for things that they really wanted. And good for them. And I hope that, you know, we will see, like, if, you know, they were able to put some things in those contracts where, you know, they would get more, you know, they would change up the way they do line distribution. We'll see. Like this first album, or excuse me, the next album, we'll see if they have changed up their style as far as how they do line distribution, how they do you know, yes, line distribution, and how they maneuver with the songs and everything with Evnne and, you know, whatever other producer they bring in. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And yeah, I hope that we are gonna see something different to where we do start seeing Yeosang and Wooyoung in particular get more lines and in title tracks, and switch it up some. Like, that's my other complaint. Please switch it up some. Like, do we like just necessarily know? Well, I know you know, starting off a song is always going to be like, well, damn, you know, because that's, you know, but we do have to switch it up a little bit. Like, let Jungho use his lower register some more. Let Sunghwa take on Sunghwa and San, and, you know, actually Wooyoung too can take some of those high notes away from Jungho. You know, he doesn't have to belt every time. He doesn't. I think they've gotten a little bit better with some of the later songs where he's not belting all the time. It will save his voice. Just switch it up a little bit. So that might not necessarily be a KQ problem, but I hope that when they renegotiate those contracts that they were just like, yeah, this, and this. I'm just going to put them in here. They're probably wrong. I probably should pull up a template. I don't feel like pulling up a template. I'm just going to put them in here, and then we'll figure out. I'll figure out off camera if they're in the right place. I will at least, like, I don't know. How should I do this? Because there's 6 of them. And I have a 9 pocket. do, hold on for 1 second. Let's see how I did. Okay. Because I did Sumin, Hunter, and Yeosang. So I did all of theirs. I guess I could do it that way instead of, because since there's 6 cards, I should just give them a page to themselves. Yeah, I'll just do it the same way. Okay. All right, that's cool. I'll do that. That's a little less confusing. And I'll just probably put, what is it I got? The bear card in the middle. That's what I'll put in the middle. So yeah, man. Yeah. What is it, this? Hi, Jamin. And this. Okay. And one more. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Yeah. KQ is also with both Xikers and ATEEZ started to not care how their photo cards look. Like, look at this. This is a mess. Like, of course he's gorgeous, but this is a mess. This is a mess. He's only wearing, it's only one outfit where he's, you know, one card where he's wearing both. Whoop. Oh, you know what? Actually, I don't think this is the card. Isn't this this? I think this is the U.S. exclusive. Hold on. Yeah, it is. So this doesn't belong here anyway. Yeah, I don't like this. I really wish that they would. That's right. I'm missing the other card. So he only has 5 right now. Next person. Let's do Hunter 3rd. Yeah, I really need for KQ to lock in on promo. I need for them to, you know, hopefully, like I said, they've gotten the good terms for renegotiating some things with KQ. I think the other biggest complaint I had about KQ has kind of been solved with most of them, except for Yeosang, because we still just do not know what Yeosang wants to do. And I don't want to get into a long dissertation about Yeosang, because I just don't know. I just don't know what Yeosang wants to do. And that's the thing. I know that he wants bigger parts in the group. And in like the group, like he wants like more activities, solo activities within the group. I don't know what he wants outside the group. Like, we know Hanjun has an interest in designing clothes. You know, he wants to produce. We already know he produced songs for Xikers. Do I think he wants to work with other groups later on? It might not be something he wants to do now, but he might want to do it later. But we know he has a big interest in fashion, at least. Sungwon, same thing. He might not have designing aspirations, but he wants to model. He's already walked the runway twice. We know that's what he wants to do. You know, just got an acting award. Congratulations, you know, wants to be an actor. So we already know that's what he wants to do. Skip and Yeosang. San is going to be and is Dolce & Gabbana's ambassador. So he's going to be busy doing that. And so we know that's a thing. And Mingi has interest in designing. He obviously wants to do solo work. He's already put out a couple of songs that he did on his own. So We already know that's the thing with him. And we're happy for him. And then there's Wooyoung. And Wooyoung wants to... Why am I... Oh, here he is right here. Wooyoung wants to do CORTIIS. I'm probably saying that wrong. CORTIIS. So he's going to be working with them. And, you know, Wooyoung might want to do some other stuff we don't know about yet. But we know that he wants to work with CORTIIS. And Jungho, we know Jungho. He's already done OSTs. He wants to sing until his throat gives out. We know that. What does Yeosang want to do? We don't know as far as outside of the group. But we know that he wants more big parts and lines. And I think that Yeosang should get more solo stages. I said all that because KQ sucks when it comes to trying to encourage the guys to build a stable individual brand. They've done some stuff, like they encourage them, they let them get their own Instagrams. They do encourage them to, I guess they gave them like some directive as far as how or what to post on Instagram. And so that worked. They're all doing really well as far as like their Instagram followers. Except for San, who was just kind of this, he's breezed ahead. And a lot of people have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. San is our fan fairy. Of course, he's going to get more Instagram followers than everybody else. But everybody's got their own individual thing except for Yeosang. And it's just, it's kind of, I know I can't place blame all on KQ, so I won't. But because we don't know, we don't have any theories about what Yeosang wants outside of being in ATEEZ. And so until he kind of like starts putting it out there like the rest of them have done, we really don't know. But KQ does need to be more supportive with kind of encouraging, like I said, encouragement, managing, because part of management is encouragement, okay? And not saying that they're supposed to coddle to them. These are grown men. These are men that are sadly very close. They are military age right now. And so they will be going to the military eventually. And part of their brand building, well, they've even said this, part of building a strong individual brand will help ATEEZ in the long run. It will help them to be more stable. Because how do we know they're not members if they don't have their own individual brands? If they don't have something that's just them and not necessarily ATEEZ. ATEEZ has built their brand. We know what ATEEZ is. Do we know what Kang Yeosang is about? Other than being the group's amazing performer, fantastic dancer, you know, amazing vocalist that we don't get to hear a lot of. You know, what does Yeosang want to do outside of ATEEZ? And I don't think KQ does a great job at encouraging that. And that is the reason why the guys have started to branch out on their own and do what they want. And so I'm, you know, like I said, we don't know. We just don't know things. And so a lot of this is speculation. Yeosang probably already has an idea of what exactly he wants to do, and we just don't know what that is yet. Does he want to do like Paris Fashion Week? We don't know because he's never mentioned it. But San never mentioned it either, and all of a sudden he's on Dolce & Gabbana. So there's that. But yeah, I think KQ sucks at that. But I think that now it kind of doesn't make too much of a difference because I think that they, as a group, have figured out what KQ's strengths are and what KQ's weaknesses are, and they have decided to take it upon themselves to do things and help each other, because I believe that Mingi and Hanjun in particular rubbed off on everybody else. And they showed everybody else, like, you really have to go out there and get your own shit. You cannot depend on this company to do things for you. You are really going to have to go out there and do it on your own and figure out what you want to do. And that's just my speculation. That is not truth. I don't have any insider information. It's just, that's kind of what I get from everything we've seen. And that might not be the truth. You know, KQ might have did a little bit here and there. But I don't think that they do a good job encouraging them to really, you know. Yeosang says, like, you know, oh yeah, they told me to post today. We all know, like, it's crazy how Yeosang is so gorgeous and just does not care about posting on IG. It is comical. But, yeah, he forgets sometimes, and they have to remind him, hey, can you please post on Instagram? Like, you know, remind him, please post something on Instagram. Let me take some pictures of you. Okay, so yeah. Overall, I just think my eyebrows went up. That's all I gotta say. My eyebrows went up when it came to them, them signing a 7-year contract. I was just like, are you kidding? Like, what? Why? And, you know, it's like I said, I knew that they would sign with them. That's not the problem. I knew they would re-sign. It was just 7 years. Are you kidding? 7 years. But they like being with each other. And I think that's like the main reason why they have re-signed for 7 years, because they adore each other and they want to be together for a long time, which is beautiful. And that is why they re-signed for 7 years, because they want to be ATEEZ for a long time. Will they be ATEEZ until they're 80? I won't be around to see it, but I would love to know that yes, they will be around longer than I'm around, and that they will continue to do what they want to do most, which is perform and put out great music and make us happy, because we need happiness. we are dependent on ATEEZ for happiness. So yeah, just leave me your thoughts down below of what you think, you know, about the contract, about ATEEZ re-signing, and you know, and that's why I say I don't have a whole ton of complaints. I think those were the biggest complaints I have about KQ. Yes, I also don't like that they kind of, when it comes to, like, you know, going after people and, you know, as far as protection is concerned, I do think they lack on that as well. But I also know there's only so much that they can do. And did I make a pile for Gen Chick? No. Here. So I don't know. I'm just expecting more from KQ, and I really hope that ATEEZ got everything they wanted out of those contracts. We're not gonna know, because they're not gonna tell us, and that's okay. It's none of our business, because again, that is their you know, thing. And you know, we don't have, we just don't have that kind of information. We're just going off of what they tell us, and we just have to not even trust your words. It's just really not our business, essentially. But because we have this parasocial relationship with them, where we feel like that, you know, this is our boys. We want to make sure they get everything they can out of KQ, as they should. We want to make sure they're taken care of. That's it. Just to make sure they're taken care of. And that's all. So give me your thoughts on what I said. I talked about ATEEZ without storing ATEEZ, because I'm storing everybody else. It didn't seem like a lot of cards, but it is. It is a lot of cards. It is a lot of cards. Where do I want to put this? Do I want to put it with Yeosang? I guess I could put it with Yeosang for right now. So I'm not really going to try to get the duos. I don't really care enough to get the duos, so if I find some cute duos like that one, then I will, but I'm not all that fussed to get those. Okay, Jinchik, here's Junghyun. Junghyun's been doing a lot. I'm just so glad he's back, though. I just love it that he's back. I guess when we store ATEEZ, we can talk about AAA and all the awards they got, and you know, that will probably morph into some more contract talk. But I also have to check my camera. Sorry, I was talking to my husband, who has finally emerged. So I'm just finishing up Xikers, and then I will move on. I want to put these in a 10 pocket, because I do intend to finish that set. So, where's Minjay? Back here. Okay. I got a nice little, well, I got two here. Didn't I get more Minjay? Okay, I guess I did. Alright, never mind. I got two Minjays, but I never get Minjay, so I'm very happy I got Minjay. Then I got Yeojang, who I never get, but I have him here with his lip piercings. And I got Seiyun, my dude Seiyun. Let's just wait. Where are we? Okay. Right here. Okay. So they're right. I think so. Ooh. Okay, there we go. And now let's put away these. Well, let me put away these pages, because I just grabbed the end of them. Oh, also with the boys, because of everything that's going on with 100, I'm not sure I really want to pay much attention. I'm going to pay attention, but I'm not sure how much I'm going to collect from the boys going forward. I didn't really like the last album, and because of everything that's going on with Hakneyon, I just don't know. So I think the boys is on hold for right now, until I can figure out exactly what I want to collect. I might just start collecting just Wooyoung, and just whatever I can get for them, I'm okay with it. And I'm sad about it, because I absolutely adore the boys, but I can't support 100, and I know they're in such a difficult position, because the rest of them cannot say anything, cannot do anything. They're under contract. They have to fulfill their contract. Poor Kevin is on hiatus right now, and of course we also know Songyun's in the military. And I bet you Sonia is heartbroken at whatever's going on. And yeah, I might try to finish this set just so it's not empty. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. I think this is on hold for right now, and then we'll just figure out what we're gonna do later. All right, so let's go back to the front. Let's put away my 4 musketeers here. Do I have another 10 page? I do not. Okay. Let's just oh, we can't do that. No, I'm not gonna be like that. I need a 10 page, but I do not have a 10 page. Let me see. Do I have any back here with the boys? You know what? I know this is wrong, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So I don't feel like going inside of that container where I have my 10 pages at. No, I can't do. Well, what? Okay, yeah. Never mind. We're gonna do this. We're just gonna take this one because basically what this is the cards I just said where I need to finish out this set. And since I don't know that I'm gonna finish out this set, I'm just gonna take them out for right now. And let's give this to Xikers because Xikers is okay. So that looks so crazy, but yeah, I just couldn't do OT10 this time around. And you see what happened. Like I didn't, when I pulled, I mean, if I was doing OT10, it would have been fine. But I also wasn't willing to buy a bunch of albums either. And that's the reason why I didn't want to, I didn't want to collect OT10 again. Because I would have been stuck trying to get like every, you know, everything for them. And I was just like, no, I don't want to do that. I just can't. I just can't do it. And I love these guys. I absolutely adore them. 9, 8, so I'll be right here. I just cannot do it. So yeah, for right now, we're gonna just do, you know, unless I feel like I want to do OT10 again, we are just gonna stick with top 3. And I'll just, you know, get cards here and there for the rest of them that I really like. You know, I just spent so much money on ATEEZ in particular that my other collections just have to take a back seat, and that means I just can't collect everything I want to collect. And as much as I want to collect more for Xikers, I just can't do it. Like KQ gets enough of my money already, and I don't like them. So I don't want to give them any more of my money that I don't have to, beyond what I already have. I don't have to, but beyond what I want to. All right. Okay. So yeah, okay, so that's it. Let me just put them back here somewhere. I still love the boys too, and I still want to support them. I'm just not sure. I mean, my support is just not going to be buying albums for 100 from 100, and it's going to be listening to music on whatever music platform I'm using at that time. And what is this? What is this? This is, let's just do this. I'm just going to leave them back here because I'm really just not sure what I'm going to do. Because it looks like I just put them, I think I tried to put them in age order, and because I have more cards for some members than others, I just kind of put them wherever I had a spot. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I'm going to do going forward, but right now I think I'm just going to not do anything. And here's Hakneyon. Let's put Hakneyon in the middle. I really hope he wins the case. I really, really do. And I hope Kevin gets better. Okay. All right, let's move on to ATEEZ. I'm gonna check my camera and I'm gonna hope it's still going. And we're gonna finish up with ATEEZ.